Folks, it's the midnight hour in Los Angeles. Nighttime in the jungle. And I thought, hey, let's take this opportunity, because we're getting such an overwhelming response, guys, to my series of videos, 2 of them now, a series of 2. Such an overwhelming response to my last 2 videos. The first one, which kicked it off, which was 10 things you can only do in El Paso, created a sensation, created a buzz. And the follow-up to that, of course, you got to strike while the iron is hot, while the public is talking about stuff. So I quickly came out with a sequel called 10 Things You Can Only Do in San Antonio, and that just kept the excitement alive out there in the public. So here we are back again as the clock nears the midnight hour in Los Angeles. The third in this series. It's 10 Things You Can Only Do in Dallas, Texas. And the usual disclaimers, I'm making this stuff up off the top of my head, so your entertainment value may vary. Proceed at your own risk. Number 1 of the 10 things you can only do in Dallas, Texas. Number 1. Sure, you can order pizza in many cities. You can order cities all over the world, or order pizza all over the world, practically. But only in Dallas, Texas, can you get a Texas-shaped pizza. That's right. The Texas-shaped pizza originated in Dallas, Texas, and has spread throughout the city and no farther. You can't get it in Houston. You can't get it in Austin. A Texas-shaped pizza, it's a sensation. In fact, at many parties, they'll ask for a split pizza, meaning a pepperoni in the panhandle and sausage and mushroom on the rest of the state. In fact, some pizza parlors are now offering a smaller pizza called pepperoni in the panhandle, which is simply a pepperoni pizza shaped in the shape of the panhandle of the state. Guys, it's number 1 on our list of things you can only get in Dallas, Texas. Number 2. Sure, Dallas is known for many things. A famous TV show, a championship basketball team, the Dallas Stars hockey. It goes on and on, the Texas Rangers. But only in Dallas will you find full contact roller derby. Full contact. Oh, sure. Roller derby's always been a dangerous sport. Lots of pushing and shoving, but this is full contact. And what does that mean? That means you can go see a roller derby match where the contestants are allowed to push the opposing team member into the 3rd or 4th row of the balcony to lift them off of their roller skates and into the crowd. Guys, you've never seen anything like it. It's sort of like a cross of WWE and your Sunday night roller skate at the roller skating rink in your neighborhood. It's full contact. Throw your opponent into the crowd. Roller derby. You only find it in Dallas. Number 3 of things you can only do in Dallas, Texas. Hey, we've all heard of these Halloween. Everybody's been to a Halloween haunted house. All right, we've all been there. Maybe you were in high school, maybe you were in junior high. Maybe you went as newlyweds trying to get your marriage off to a rousing start by going to the haunted house. Well, the haunted houses in Dallas are unique, guys, because they feature a headless horseman. Very few, if any, haunted houses have a full-on headless horseman that will ride toward you at full speed. A horseman riding at you at full speed. He doesn't have a head. He doesn't have a head. Now, to get this full speed gallop going, of course, you can't do it indoors. So the haunted house takes you outdoors. And here he comes in the mist of the night, of the Dallas night, the mist and the fog. Here comes. He's galloping toward you. And you're like, he doesn't have a head. He doesn't have a head. Let's run. Let's run. Guys, you only see it in Dallas. The headless horseman. Number 4. Again, I've lost count. Again, I've lost the count. This early. I think it's number 4. Number 4, hey, what's more fun than getting on a bus tour of a city you've never been to? Well, like many cities, Dallas offers double-decker buses, double-decker tour buses. That's right, and it's hop on, hop off. That means you can get on the tour bus at any time at various stops around the city. But only in Dallas do the double-decker hop on, hop off tours. Hop on, hop off tours feature a full-scale barbecue on the upper deck. That's right, Texas is where you're going to get some of the best barbecue in the world. And Dallas prides itself on its barbecue, and some people say the best barbecue in Dallas is found on the upper deck of the double-decker hop on, hop off tour buses. Or you can hop on or hop off anytime during the tour. You don't have to meet at a special place, get on the bus, take the tour, get off the bus. No. Depending on your patience level, or if you're being entertained, or whatever reason you want to hop on, hop off, you can hop on, hop off at any time. And of course, don't forget to go on the upper deck of the double-decker bus, because it's got a full-scale barbecue up there, guys. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to love it. That's number 4. Number 5. I think we're on number 5. Somebody keep the count. Somebody keep the count for me. You think this is easy, making this stuff up off the top of my head? I can't keep track of the count and come up with this genius stuff. Come on. I'm not sure if I should move over. All right, here we go. All right, number 5. In Dallas, Texas. Yes, Dallas. Again, known for many things, but one thing you may not know about Dallas is that it's the original home of the Encyclopedia Britannica. Now, what's the Encyclopedia Britannica? Well, think of Google in paper form, in book form. Encyclopedia Britannica was started in Dallas in 1836 and was headquartered there until 1936, when there was a political struggle within the company. And the son of the original Britannica, Jonathan Britannica, I think by that time he was grandson. Yeah, the grandson, Jonathan Jr., decided he wanted to create, the idea was to keep up with the fast-moving 1936 era in American history. Things were happening, inventions were coming out, life was taking on a much faster tone, and he felt like the company was getting stale. So he came out with what he called Encyclopedia Britannica shorts. And all they were two-sided pamphlets that had the highlights, the information you'd want to know about every topic, rather than page after page, book after book of all these topics. He came out with these one-sheets, two-sided one-sheets. A one sheet with two sides, with all the various topics, one topic per one sheet, two sides for each one sheet. And he laminated them and he put them in drugstores, supermarkets, and they put them for sale. Well, both Grandpa and Dad at Britannica didn't like this, so he lit out for his own, struck out on his own. And Britannica Shorts headquartered up there in Moline, Illinois. And ever since then, it was kind of a downward slide for many years at the Britannica company. But they have survived and thrived, and still to this day you can buy the Britannicas, despite the appearance of the internet. And if you again want to know what that is, it's Google. If you printed it out and put it into books, or probably a better analogy would be if Wikipedia was in book form, that's what it would be. And that originated in Dallas way back when. Way back when. Was that number 6? Let's call that number 6. Number 7. Guys, I honestly don't know what number it was. Number 7. So while we're talking about the history of Dallas, let's go back. Dallas was one of the originators of mass transit. That's right. Dallas and Fort Worth have long been a dual city, kind of like the Twin Cities, but Dallas, of course, being the larger, the big brother, let's call it. And together they combined their resources way back. I'm talking 1875, 1865, right in there. And they created the first electric trams, the electric railways for mass transit there in the city, where you could get on an electric rail car in downtown, and you could take it all the way to what were then the suburbs, which were 2, 3, 4 miles away. Now, of course, in today's world, the suburbs are, 60 miles away, okay? But Dallas has still some of the original rail cars, the original Dallas rails. And, in fact, the president of the Dallas rail system is, in fact, named Dallas Rails. It's an amazing coincidence. So don't forget to, when you're in Dallas visiting, jump on the Dallas rail system, Dallas rail cars, and if you have time, knock on the door of the president, Dennis Rails. He's a really friendly guy. He'll say hi to you. That's number 7, I think. Number 8 of 10 things you can only do in Dallas. That's right. Let's go back to the western frontier, the Texas frontier, that originate way back in Dallas's beginnings. And why is Dallas situated? You ever wonder why is Dallas situated where it is? Well, it's at the confluence of 3 rivers: the Texas River, the Dallas River, and the Giddy Up Hold My Range River. Now, why is it named that? Well, in the early days of Dallas, the smallest river of this confluence of 3 rivers, it had an Indian name. And the Indian name was Morning Dew, of the Morning Dew River. And in 1801, a former Texas Ranger named Gus McGillicuddy was taking a bath in the Mountain Dew River, the Morning Dew River, just getting rinsed off from the trail. And some good for nothing took off with his clothes. So he jumped on his horse and he's like, "Get up now, I'm gonna hold my reins, get up." And he's riding naked on his horse after this good for nothing that stole his clothes. He's like, hey, bring back my britches. And ever since then, that particular river has been called the Get It Up, different pronunciations, but Get Up, Hold My Reins. And that was his cry as he jumped on his horse, buck naked, chasing down the ne'er-do-well that took his britches. Guys, it's an amazing story. That's number 7. Or that's number 8. I'm sorry. I get into these tales and I forget the number. Number 9. Number 8. Number 8. That was number 8. Number 9. Number 9 of the 10 things you can only do in Texas. We hope there's 10. By the time we get done, we hope there's 10. Number 9. Well, we've covered the geography. We've talked about some of the history of Dallas. Oh, by the way, so let's button hook that last one. Yeah, so you can visit the spot. You can visit the spot where Gus McGillicuddy lost his, got his britches stolen. You can visit it to this day, and that's why it's a thing you can do. See, we got to make sure it follows the theme. Things you can do in Dallas that you can only do in Dallas. So number 9 of the things you can only do in Dallas, Texas. Well, of course, every town has a 4th of July parade. They might have a Christmas parade and various, maybe a St. Patrick's Day parade, various ethnic parades and cultural parades. Well, Dallas is the only city that has the pencil shaving parade. Now, what do I mean? Where do you think the pencil was invented? That's right there in Dallas, Texas, the original pencil. Now, what was the original pencil? Well, the original pencil was a piece of oak branch. They just used an oak branch, and they rolled it in tar, and then they took the campfire ashes and sprinkled it on top, and that was your pencil. So to celebrate the origination of the pencil in Dallas, they have the Pencil Day Parade every year. Now, what do? They take the shavings of a modern day pencil, they collect them all year, and then the people on the parade floats throw the pencil shavings at the fans, at the crowd. And if you are into it, you can buy pencil shavings by the pound, by the bag. They sell these big garbage bags full of them for like, I don't know, 50 cents or something. And you can throw pencil shavings back at the people on the floats. Guys, it's an amazing time. If you're going to come to Dallas, it happens every spring. Now, the date changes depending on, they try to fit it in around the other parades in Dallas, and there's usually a parade every weekend. So, if you are going to visit Dallas in the spring, make sure you check the Visit Dallas Pencil Shavings Parade, Pencil Day Parade website, and that'll give you all of the information, all the details. It's a lot of fun. It's good for the kids. Love it. Kids love throwing those pencil shavings. That's number 9 on things you can only do in Dallas, Texas. You can see I'm running out of steam. He's running out of steam. He's trying. He's running for the line. He's running for the finish line, but he's running out of steam. Number 10 of things you can only do in Dallas, Texas. So guys, a lot of cities, a lot of states have their own flag. Dallas, of course, has its own flag. It's a picture of J.R. Ewing in his famous Stetson hat on one side. And on the other side is a picture of Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban and J.R. Ewing are the two figures on the Dallas flag. And every morning they raise the Dallas flag above the city hall. They raise the Dallas flag, and they invite everyone in the city to come down for a free pancake breakfast. And you get all the pancakes you can eat for free as long as you participate in the morning salute. to the Dallas flag, where everyone in Dallas, visitors and homeboys alike, homies alike, raise their hand and salute the Dallas flag, featuring J.R. Ewing on one side in his famous Stetson hat and Mark Cuban on the other side of the Dallas flag. Guys, it's an emotional ceremony. Put that down on your list of things you'll want to do once you get to Dallas, because that's number 10, and perhaps the best of the 10 things we just listed you can only do in Dallas, Texas. I made it.